to welcome to the stage candidate for Missouri Lieutenant Governor, Cynthia Davis.
Now we're ready to have some fun! I can't thank you enough for inviting me here tonight. This is a very special treat and an honor to be in Cape Girardeau. And when they count the votes on November 6th and we win Cape County, you will know that it all started here tonight. But what I want to tell you is I do not have a primary. What that means is we can all be friends right now. So they asked me to get these 3 questions out of the way early, so I'm going to dispense with this real fast, and then I'll introduce myself to you a little more. Do you believe a person has the right to refuse a unit membership as part of the hiring process? Yes. Would you support drug testing for recipients of federal state financial aid? Yes. In fact, I sponsored that bill when I was in the House and was instrumental in helping Ellen Random get it through when I was there and I was the chair of the committee. Thank you. And then the third question is, will you use the 10th Amendment nullification to prevent the implementation of Obamacare in Missouri? And the answer is yes! Of the vote. So I'm very well versed in the topic and very enthusiastic about finally shaking our fist at the federal government and drawing the line in the sand. It's time for somebody to hold them accountable. So who I am though, I'm Cynthia Davis, and my husband and I, many years ago, we live in O'Fallon, which is in St. Charles County. But we're asking, what is something we can do for our community? And we all should ask ourselves that question. What is something we can do that O'Fallon doesn't have that it needs that would raise the moral fiber and make our place better? And so 23 years ago, we opened up Back to Basics Christian Bookstore, which is still in O'Fallon. And if you have any questions about books or Bibles, I'm an expert. But we opened the store, we're open 2 years when the city made a bad decision on something that was going to hurt all the businesses. And in the 3 minutes I have remaining, I can't go into too much detail, but I was told to be the chairman of the legislative committee for the Business Association. And I said, that's fine, what do I do? And they said, you just go to the Board of Aldermen meetings and tell us what they're doing to ruin our lives next. Well, you know what? Government is doing something every day to ruin our lives next. And so at the end of this exercise for a complete and solid year, I was giving my report and I said, we cannot fix government till we fix the people in those seats. And that became my premise. They said, why don't you run? I ran. I got elected to 5 terms in city government. Then I realized the real problem is state government. Got elected to 4 terms in the Missouri State Legislature. And then I realized the real problem is the federal government. But we can only run for 1 office at a time. So we do have term limits in Missouri, and that's why I'm here tonight, because you have to go bless the world somewhere else after 8 years. And that's what I'm doing. So while I was there, though, I won 3 very special awards. One for being the most constitutional legislator in the entire state of Missouri. I also am the only candidate that you'll have to vote for Lieutenant Governor who is declared pro-life and endorsed by Missouri Right to Life. And I won the Friend of Agriculture Award. And how I did it is because we have these principles of loving our neighbor and freedom. So I filed the Healthcare Freedom Bill, the Firearms Freedom Bill, the Light Bulb Freedom Bill. And we are all making our statement because the premise is the same. And all governments are greedy and tend to extract the maximum possible and tend to get bigger unless somebody holds them accountable. So as Lieutenant Governor, I will be the designated driver in the room full of drunks. And I will be there for you to raise the iron shade and to let the sun shine in, because you'll be And if you want to come to my table, I've got one for all of you. And if it doesn't inspire you, then you're in the wrong meeting tonight. But thank you. I just want to tell you, we can't let the big money run the elections. We cannot let them buy these seats. We have to be brave. We have to be strong. And that's where this came from. Because it does say, oh, thus be it ever when free men shall stand between their loved home and the war's desolation. Blessed with victory and peace may the heaven-rescued land praise the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then